Hola. I'm going to be showing you a how-to on our Flipgrid portion of the Unit 1 project, which you guys have used Flipgrid before. So the logging in process, I'll go over that quickly, but you should kind of already know that. And then I'm going to go over the specifics of what to do for this part of the assignment. So when you go into Canvas, you're going to go to the assignment for the Bitmoji project first, where we kind of hung out to do the slides and I showed you that. You're going to go into that and then you're going to go to this page that has the Flipgrid part. Okay, so this is the second part of the second slide of that assignment description that I'm showing you. And so if you click on this, it gives you a little how-to to like log into Flipgrid and stuff, so you can use that. But this is your interpersonal part of the project. So that's a way for you to use Spanish verbally to use it in a conversation. Please use Spanish only. I know that you can speak English if that is your native language. I don't know that you can speak Spanish, so that's what I'm looking for. So you will click this if you need a little how-to on how to log into Flipgrid. To get to the Flipgrid link, you will go into assignments and you will go into Unit 1 project Flipgrid conversation to get to your Flipgrid link, because there's a different one for each class. So within your Canvas, to get to the link to the Flipgrid video, you'll go into this assignment and click the link, and that will take you there. Okay. When you get in there, so you'll log in through your Fayette County Google. When you get in there, it will look like this, but it'll say your class. So it'll take you straight to your classes. And then it gives you directions here, but it tells you to go back to the Google Slides project description for the questions and sentence starters and the Spanish part to help you, which is what I'm going to go over now. Okay. So your initial video, you will record a little introduction, and you actually get graded on that part. So you need to say like the hola me llamo part, and you'll record 3 questions you would like to ask about your classmates' classrooms. And so at the bottom of this page, there are options for those questions, which I will talk about in just a second. After you've done your initial video, you will respond to 3 classmates' videos, okay? And the way to do that, so I can actually go back, I'll go back to a different assignment and show you all. That way you can see where that button is. So I'm not going to show this person's video, but you'll click, if you scroll down from their video, it says add a comment. And when you do that, it's going to let you record at that time. Okay. 30 seconds should be plenty of time to add that comment and do that recording. Okay. I'm going to close this. Yeah. So each of your videos is probably going to be 30 seconds or less. Right? So you're going to do that 3 times. You're going to add a comment 3 times on 3 different people's videos, and you're going to answer all 3 of their questions. Okay. Now you get graded for making sure you ask 3 questions. Some people will not do that. And so if they don't do that, that's not going to reflect in your grade. So you just answer however many questions they've asked, and that will reflect on that person if they didn't ask all 3 questions. After you've done both of these parts, you will complete the post-analysis reflection. You click here for that, and it's going to take you to a Google form, and it's just a little reflection and feedback on your project. You don't need to go back and submit that in Canvas. It will submit to me in Google Forms, and I'll see it there. So you just fill out the Google form and submit it there. These are your question options. Whoops. So these are your question options here to ask about the person's classroom. There are 5 options that I gave you because I know we haven't put these together in Spanish yet. So all of these use the word escuela, which means school, because you're asking about that person's school. If there's an aspect of this that you didn't include in your school, if you didn't include classes or school supplies or something like that, then you can just make that up. This is your school. As long as it's in Spanish, I don't really care if it's made up. So this is the school you've created. If you didn't think about where it is, pick a place. It can be in Lexington. It can be in Hawaii. It can be in a different country. Pick where it is. All right. And most of the time, those like city or country names, country names sometimes have a translation in Spanish. A lot of city names don't. If they're like a proper noun, it might not be translated into Spanish. So I'm going to go over how to say these phrases to make sure you know how to say them correctly. And I'm going to tell you what each one means. So I've given you 5 options here. You only have to pick 3 questions to ask. And then you can use this page also for when you're answering someone's question. If you're not sure what it asked, you can come here and look at how you would respond. And so you'll use this starter to your sentence to respond to their question. ¿Dónde está la escuela? Where is the school? La escuela está. So you could say la escuela está in Lexington. La escuela está in Hawaii. So, ¿dónde está la escuela? It's asking where it is. ¿Cuáles útiles escolares tiene la escuela? So, útiles escolares, that's school supplies. We've used that word before. What school supplies does the school have? ¿Cuáles útiles escolares tiene la escuela? To respond, la escuela tiene, and then you just list the school supplies. If that's not something you included in your school and you pick a video where they ask that, make it up as long as it's in Spanish. ¿Cuáles clases tiene la escuela? Las clases son, and you list the classes. So what classes does the school have? ¿Cuáles clases tiene la escuela? ¿Cuándo empieza la escuela? Empieza a las, and then you put the time. So cuando empieza is when does it start? What time does it start? Cuando empieza la escuela. Cuando termina la escuela, termina a las. So that's what time it ends. So you also finish this question with, or this statement with the time. Cuando termina la escuela, when it ends, okay? So I want to make sure you know how to say those phrases. And if you're not sure what they mean, come back to this video where I taught you what they mean. If you're not sure how to answer it, come back to this sheet where you can just look straight across and see how to start your answer. And then you just end your answer with whatever is indicative of your school in your project, all right? So that is your Flipgrid conversation. You'll record it on Flipgrid. Each video should be about 30 seconds or less. And you'll do the post-analysis reflection in Google Forms and submit it in Google Forms.